Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, good night to you, wherever you may be watching me from tonight. My name is Delma Titi Ahamba, and I am super, super, super excited to be on here tonight to bring you another amazing episode of Chats with Themmy. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the power of consistency. What does consistency mean to you? What does consistency look like to you? Is it showing up every day? Is it showing up behind the scenes? Is it showing up publicly? Is it showing up for family and friends? Is it showing up for yourself? What does consistency look like for you? Feel free to drop me your answer in the comment section. I'll be happy to know your thoughts on tonight's discussion. And yep, I'm hoping for us to have a wonderful time as always. And let's delve right into this, okay? Yep. So, honestly speaking, consistency is very, very powerful. A lot of times you may tell yourself or you may hear people say, I want to get to this place by the end of the year. I want to get to a certain level. I want to attain a certain amount of money in my account at the close of the year, or I want to do XYZ. I want to do this. My resolution for the year is that, and stuff like that. But with all your desire for progress, with all your dreams and aspirations, the only thing that can get you from point A to B is action. And the only thing that can get you all the way through Z is consistency. Okay? First, you need action to get you from point A to B, but you need consistency to get you to your actual destination, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's from A to Z or it's from zero to a zillion, whatever your journey looks like. Um, Consistency is very important and powerful. Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about the power of consistency. So let me just jump right into it. So, oftentimes, consistency may be underrated, but it plays a very critical role in achieving our success, whether it's our personal development goals, whether it's our business, strategy, or our business overall goals, and just technically any aspect of our lives. Even when it comes to relationship, you like someone, you say hi for the first time, or maybe you express your feelings for the first time and the person turns you down. And then you just like, you know what? Well, they don't like me, blah, blah, blah. You don't know if they're going through something. If you're not consistent, you're gonna miss out on someone amazing. It's the same way with investments. It's the same way with your personal goals. If you go to the gym one day and you mistakenly hit your leg, or maybe, this is your first time at the gym, and then you went to the gym and then you realize that, my body's so sore, I can't go tomorrow. What's your health goal? You cannot achieve your health goal without consistency. Matter of fact, you cannot achieve anything without consistency. To achieve anything in this life, you need to be consistent. Whatever it is. If heaven is your goal, you need to consistently be a Christian. You need to consistently live a Christian life. You need to consistently ask God for forgiveness. You need to consistently purge yourself. You need to consistently, be who God wants you to be. All right? So, you cannot or we cannot achieve anything in this life without being consistent, because consistency is powerful. But the thing is, a lot of times some people see people doing certain things. Oh, well, this person do XYZ. I want to take a cue from them. I want to do the same thing. It's great to learn from other people's journey, but it's not great to copy other people's journey, because you do not have the same bandwidth as other people. You don't have the same energy. You don't have the same grace. You don't have the same, nothing you have the same with people. So it's great to learn from other people's journey, but it's not great to copy other people's journey because your journey is entirely different. You're on a complete different route than your neighbor, than your sister, than your friend, than your partner. Okay? So it's great to learn from them. It's great to share, to bounce off ideas with them and how you can go about stuff, but it's not great to copy them. All right? Now let's take a deeper look into what consistency looks like. Consistency combines building habits and discipline. You can't say, "Oh, I want to lose weight," and then not everybody go to the gym to lose weight. Some people go to the gym just to stay healthy. Some people go to the gym to build muscles. Some people go to the gym to, reduce belly fat. Some people go to the gym to be flexible, to work on their blood flow, to connect. People go to the gym for different reasons. Okay? But say, for instance, you have a health, you know, goal for reasons why you go to the gym, and then you want to lose some weight, and then your trainer tells you, you need to work on your calories, you need to work on exercise, you need to work on your nutrition and different things, and then you go to the gym today. By the time you go home, you start eating all the things that you're not supposed to be eating. You cannot manage your diet. You're not disciplined in your eating. You're just eating whatsoever your appetite calls for. And it's like minus one plus one. That's nothing. All right. So you have to build discipline. You have to be very intentional in building positive habits. You need to, you need to have some routine and habit formation. It helps you to form habits. It helps you to, have building blocks to success. So for instance, if um if you're not used to drinking a lot of water, if you're not a healthy drinker like myself, when I'm say drinker, I mean water, right? If you're not a if you don't have a good water drinking habit, sometimes like myself, you need to be conscious of that. So I know I have struggled with that. So now I'm very conscious about, my water intake and everything, because just overall being hydrated is very, very good for your body. It's very, I don't care whether you're on a health journey or you're healthy or you're not healthy. Just being hydrated is good for you. It's good to, if you want to stay alive, you need to be hydrated, okay? So you need to build consistently, be intentional about building habits because they're like your building blocks to success. When you repeatedly perform a task or you repeatedly do something, it becomes ingrained in your routine. All right. And it makes it very easy for you to continue over a period of time. Recently, I started, some form of exercise because for me, I'm like, okay, when I do it, it makes me think a lot. It makes me, get away from stress. It makes me get away from, downtimes and low lights and whatever. So I've been trying to stay consistent with that. And one thing that really helps me, I don't want to get it into my head to say, Thelma, you need to go to the gym, you need to get this yoga mat, you need to get all that. Guess what? I could do my exercise in my living room. I could do it in my bedroom. I could do it in the bathroom. I could do just whatever. And now I mean, now these days I've incorporated my nieces, and they're like always excited. And they say, "Man, I was gonna exercise tonight." I'm like, "Yeah, girls, you want to exercise? Let's go." And I'm tapping into their energy and into their, their enthusiasm, into their zeal or their zest, and I'm being consistent. And I know what, you know, doing these little exercises just for me. All right. So once you form a habit around this, it helps to make it easier. I remember we were doing some form of stretching, and then they could not go past, I think they could not go past 20 or something. They're like, Auntie Selma, how come you're going more than everyone? And I'm like, I didn't start like this. When I started a few weeks ago, I was very lazy. I didn't even know what to do. I was just almost tired, almost instantly tired when I make an attempt to do something. All right. But then the more I go, the more I enjoy it, the more I want to go, the more I want to continue. And then over time, I started maintaining my balance. I started realizing that, oh, I can go, I started with like 10, 20, and then I could go 30 and 45 and 60 and 75. And there was a time I even went 120, right? With different things, different stretches and stuff or exercises. And and the thing is, it's not because I'm smart. It's just, I'm just trying to have fun with it and I'm trying to, build a routine. Okay. The next thing you want to do is you want to cultivate discipline. When I am running behind time, when I'm running late, or when I feel like I'm not able to do something, well, I do take a shower, I do brush my mouth. So I would take the opportunity to do, even if it's just this way, right? With my feet and raising my legs this way, right? I try to do that. So the few minutes I'll take to brush my mouth, I'm able to do something. So sometimes building discipline can be hard, but you need to find what fits you. Not every Some people would go to the gym early in the morning. Not everybody loves to go to the gym early in the morning. Some people would make sure to do that in the night before they sleep or before they take a shower and stuff. I like to do it every time I take a shower. So in the morning, in the evening, I like to do just different things. So it's this, but the thing is, my focus is I'm not gonna stretch myself too much. I just want to build a habit of doing XYZ because I know how it makes me think. I know how it makes my mind works. I know the benefit I'm getting from out of it. All right. So consistency is very powerful. And here's the thing, you may have one goal, all right, to say, I want to achieve this thing, but you'll realize that because you're consistent, you start getting different stems of results. Okay. I remember when I brought Chadwick to me back in May, I was like, all I want to do is just be consistent, intentionally be consistent, online, offline, anywhere, everywhere in between. I want to be consistent. I want to show up. I want to be able to pass on something positive to someone, whether it's online, whether it's offline, and everything. And then also, because it was a combination of, me tapping into my business community challenge, I was like, you know what? I could use two birds to kill a stone. I could use one stone to kill two birds. And if you want to learn about our business community, definitely check out this website, put in your name and email, and watch the webinar. Do feel free to send me any questions you may have. And guess what? When I brought back chat with Themmy and I was like being consistent, guess what? Like the other day, I got like 30 leads in 24 hours. All right. I'm like, I'm just out here for chat with Themmy, but my business is bringing in leads. Okay, so if you see where you're consistent, you realize that the there's a multiplier effect. Okay, there's a multiplier effect to being consistent. You're not just building habits; you're getting different results, and you realize over a period of time that you be like, oh, I actually got this because of this activity I'm doing. I actually got this because of this thing. I actually did this because of that. And once you're consistent, that's what happens. All right. So it helps you to build discipline and then you commit to doing something regularly. It trains your mind, your body. Sometimes, like the Bible said, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. But here's what consistency does for your mind, your body, and your spirit. It puts it all in sync. Okay? You may not start out perfect. All right? You may not start out perfect, but guess what? Along the line, your mind starts to tell me you need to do this, and then your body starts to obey. And then you like sometimes you have a desire to do something, but you're not having energy. But by the time you struggle through you know, the beginning of it, and then you try to just keep your mind focused on one thing. That's what has helped me so far. I just wanted to be consistent. Initially, when I started 3 years ago, which I was me, I was just all over the place. I wanted to do XYZ. I wanted to get this thing. I wanted to do that. I wanted to invite this person. I wanted to do. I was just my mind was just everywhere, all over the place. Okay, but when I brought it back 2024, I'm like, you know what? One thing I want to do, I want to be consistent, and I know everything else will fall into place. And when I started, I'm like, I don't think I want to tell myself I'm going for 90 days. I want to take it one step at a time. And I'm like, let me see how far I can go. I was doing it. I'm like, okay, I'm starting on May 1st. Let me see how far I can go. And before you know, May finished. And June came, June ended. And July came, July ended. Now we're in the third week of August. Can you imagine? I'm still on here. So when you put your mind to being consistent, guess what? It comes with this multiplier effect. I want to show up for my community. I want to encourage myself. I want to encourage people in my space. When I talk every night, when I engage with other people and guests and come on every Friday, like I'm learning. I'm being empowered. I'm being inspired. And I'm also being educated. Okay? It's not just for the community, it's for me as well. Because the thing is, I need to be poured into to be able to pour into my community. Because if I'm not poured into, I can't pour anything. All right? So there's power in consistency, there's power in being consistent. All right? The next thing you will look at is there's a compounding effect for every small effort you put in. Don't go big like other people. You know your strength, you know your bandwidth, you know how much you can take, you know how hard life is hitting you. I would say for you to realize the power of consistency, focus on your small wins. The little efforts you make daily here and there, just being, continuing to do that every single time. Guess what? There's a compounding effect of being consistent. Your small efforts will definitely add up. Consistency allows your seemingly insignificant efforts to compound over time. Like to say, it's drops of water that makes the ocean mighty. Before you know, say for instance, if you have a leaking pipe in your home and the water is just coming, toop, 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 give it an hour or make a pool on the floor. Give it 2 hours, make it even a bigger pool. Give it 3 hours and 4 hours and 5 hours. Guess what? Now you could have your entire room, basement, bathroom, or wherever flooded, depending on the amount of time that little drops of water stayed unattended to. Okay? So your little efforts that you put in, you will see compounding effort, you will see compounding, results over time. And guess what? Just like compound interest in your finance, the cumulative effect of consistent actions can lead to significant outcomes. Okay? You know how compound interest work, right? You have this interest, you leave it there, and then it tops up. It rolls over and it tops up, and then you leave it there, and then it adds up, rolls over, and tops up. That's the same way with your efforts. And sometimes I see a lot of people make this mistake when you talk about being consistent. Don't want to do it every day. Define what your consistency is and stick to it. You know your strength. You know how much you can take. You know how much you can bear. Okay? You know how much you can take. You know how much you can bear. And guess what? You know how far you can go. Okay? So don't stretch yourself. Don't put too much on yourself. Don't put too much on yourself. Okay? Take it one day at a time. Oh, you see people growing and they're going live every single day. You don't have the luxury of time to go live every single day. Can you go live once a month, once a week, once every 2 weeks, every other day in the week? Even if it's in a week, can you go live in the mornings, in the evenings? Find your consistency and stick with it. All right? When I'm going live from my end, it's not my morning, it's my evening. It may be morning to you, it may be afternoon to you, depending on what time zones you're on. But to fit my schedule and to fit within my reach and what I can handle, I know I manage well at night, like late nights. So for me, it's late night. It's almost midnight. All right. I have a baby to attend to. But the thing is, you just want to be consistent. You just want to remain consistent because it's very important. All right. Another thing is, because of consistency, you will realize that you are able to sustain your growth. If you're learning a new skill and you're on there just soaking in that new knowledge, that webinar, that training, that class, that course, whatever, that coaching session, whether it's building a business, whether it's your health, your consistent effort will contribute to your steady and sustained growth. All right. And that's way more reliable rather than you just acting out of a burst of energy. All right. So you want to take one day at a time. You want to take one day at a time, because guess what? Over a period of time, you will get so used to what you're doing. And the thing about consistency helps you to build trust. It helps you to build your credibility as well. All right. Wh- When you're trying to form a relationship, whether it's personal, whether it's professional, just consistently showing up in that relationship builds trust. This person know that, okay, Thelma is reliable. Thelma is Thelma is dependable. Oh, this is amazing. Modesta is saying this very true, exactly what I did in order to become a lawyer in my adult age. This is so remarkable, Modesta. Thank you so much. And she says, greetings from Zambia. Greetings from the US. Thank you so much for joining, Modesta. Okay? So you want to gradually make consistent effort. Because here's the thing, if you just wake up and just jump and do something, before you know, you're worn out. Because the thing is, people are more likely to trust someone and rely on someone who consistently delivers on their promise. And for businesses, your brand reputation is very important. You want to be consistent in your messaging, you want to be consistent in your quality, in your service. It's very key in building a very strong brand reputation. Not just because customers going to come back, but because the customer can rely on you to say, this is not going to be a case of what I ordered versus what I got. Maybe I got what I ordered today, but maybe in the next 3 months, I may not get the same thing I ordered. No. All right. So consistency helps you to build, and even not just for businesses, but also for human beings, for professionals, individuals. Now, consistency helps you become top of mind. People will not struggle to remember you for what you're supposed to be known for or what you're known for. People will not struggle to remember you. Okay? Another thing is, consistency showcases your mastery and your expertise. So, for you to be able to master something, you need to be in consistent practice. You need to consistently try whatever you're learning, whether you're an athlete in training, whether you're an artist that's honing your craft, whether you're a professional developing an expertise. Consistency is key in reaching your highest competence level. Okay? You can't start today and quit tomorrow. You can say, I'm in today, and then the next day another leg is out. You can say, oh, I'm okay. I'm going to the end. You can't do that. You'll be half cooked. You will be half cooked. All right? If you do not do things with the mind of being consistent, you're gonna be half cooked. All right. You want to be well prepared, well seasoned in your field, in your area of expertise. You need to be consistent. You need to continue to show up. And then consistency brings incremental improvement. So your continuous learning can help you to improve over time. What did they say? Practice makes perfect. I'd say practice makes improvement. And it's over time, your improvement will make you perfect. You continue to hone your craft, you continue to hone your skills. Over time, you become a master at what you do. All right? Over time, you become a master at what you do. Now, also being consistent help you to stay focused and be in the direction you're going. It helps you to maintain focus and stick to your long-term goals. Consistency is not about speed. Consistency is making progress even if it's slow. Consistency is not about speed. It's not about the next person. It's not about your neighbor. It's not about your spouse. It's not about your friend. It's not about your colleague. It's not about the haters. No. Don't be consistent because people are hating on you and you want to prove a point. Be consistent for yourself. Okay? Your motivation must come from within. Be consistent for yourself. All right? You want to stay focused. You want to be able to reach your long term goals. Consistent actions will definitely lead you to consistent results. If you're up, down, that's how your results going to be. Up, down, like a roller coaster, this way. But if you're consistently moving this way, if you're consistently moving this way, that's how your results going to be. And the thing about being consistent is you can literally somehow predict what's going to happen next. Because why? There's some form of stability in your life, in your career, in your relationship, in your business. So you can say, okay, this this is how our previous years has been. So you can look at this and forecast what's going to happen in the next couple of years or in the next couple of months or weeks. It helps you predict. And it reduces your stress and your anxiety if you're able to predict uh, 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 um, uh, uh, a little bit into your future based on your activities of today. And being consistent, it it has so much to do with your self-confidence. The more you do something, the more confident, the more comfortable you become. And I'm going to be wrapping up shortly. All right? The next thing is consistency help you to build resilience. For each time challenge comes your way and you keep, taking baby steps and getting over each hurdle, you're building your resilience, you're building your persistence, you're sticking to your goal and you're teaching us this is how it's done. Consistency, like I said, is not about speed. Consistency is maintaining your progress even if it's slow. Okay? So thank you wherever you are, whether you join me from LinkedIn, Facebook, or YouTube. I want to say thank you so much for joining me on tonight's episode of Chat with Themmy. I am really, really excited that you were able to spend your night with me tonight. And I hope this episode adds some value to your thoughts, adds some value to your thinking, to your activities, to your projects. I really do hope you see, you know, I threw some light on some of the things that you found valuable. I hope you find this valuable as well. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Remember, consistency is not about speed, it's more about progress, even if that progress is slow. So I hope this message resonate with you. I hope you take it well. I hope you remain consistent on your path. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you and have a good night, guys. Good night from my end.